Okay, I bet you've heard this a million times, but have you ever actually listened to what's being said? We're about to pull apart a piece of the internet's background noise, and it all kicks off with this one super weird line.
Yeah, it's not my birthday, yeah, because what even is that? It sounds like you've just overheard a piece of a private conversation, right? Or maybe a lyric you can't quite make out. It feels really personal, but it's just floating there with zero context.
Right? What does this even mean? By itself, it's just gibberish. But believe it or not, this little bit of internet junk is a huge clue. It points to one of the most powerful and kind of sneaky techniques used to grab and hold our attention online. So let's treat this like a mystery. To crack this digital enigma, we need a few more clues. And yeah, these phrases might seem totally random at first, but they're actually painting a very, very specific picture. And it's not just that one line. We've got stuff like, I will show you how you can catch my vibe, or Sunday morning breakfast. Are you starting to see the pattern here? They all have this, I don't know, this intimate, almost whispered feeling, like something you'd think to yourself on a lazy Sunday, or maybe say to someone you're super close with. So, what's the connection? What's the common thread tying all of these personal sounding little snippets together? I mean, what kind of video would even use a soundtrack like this?
Okay, time for the big reveal. Because the source of all this is the key that unlocks the entire puzzle. And I'm telling you, you're probably not going to guess it.
So, all those phrases we just heard, catch my vibe, Sunday morning breakfast, every single one of them, they're just the background sound for, well, for this.
Yep, a YouTube makeup compilation. Seriously, not some cool indie film, not a new lo-fi song, a video of satisfying eye makeup tutorials. All of a sudden, those intimate whispers feel a little less special, right?
Okay, so that brings us to the big question. Why? Why on earth would you pair this kind of dreamy, fragmented audio with a video about sparkly eyeshadow? Well, it turns out it's not random at all. There's a very specific, very clever method behind it. And the answer is all about something that has basically become the foundation of social media today: engineering a vibe. People call it vibe curation. And it's not about telling you a story or, getting a clear message across. Nope. It's all about creating a mood from scratch. The whole point is to make you, the viewer, feel something specific, chilled out, inspired, maybe a little cool, so that you just keep watching. And this is where it gets really fascinating. When you break down how it actually works, you hear a line like, we got so much time, and it's got nothing to do with how many hours are in the day. It's just there to make you relax. Or don't be shy. That turns a generic video into something that feels like a personal invitation. And catch my vibe? That's not an order. It's selling you a feeling you want to have. Every single phrase is like a little piece of code for your emotions. So, here's the bottom line. The lyrics aren't a story. They're just decoration. Think of them as another layer of texture, almost like an audio Instagram filter. You're not supposed to analyze them. You're just supposed to feel them. Okay, but why does any of this matter? Well, because creating a vibe isn't just some artsy choice. It's a business decision. In the attention economy we're all living in, a mood, well, that's currency. Think about it. When you're just watching a loop of someone putting on eyeliner over and over, there's no plot, right? There's no story to keep you hooked. So the vibe has to do all the heavy lifting. Its job is to just soothe you, to lull you into the state where you just keep watching without even thinking about it. And this is the whole playbook right here. Step 1, you start with something hypnotic to look at, that perfect, smooth swipe of makeup. Step 2, you add that emotional, vibey soundtrack we've been talking about. Put them together and you get sustained attention. It just kind of short-circuits your brain's desire to scroll away. And the payoff? When you watch for longer, the algorithm notices. It sees that high watch time and goes, hey, people like this, and pushes it out to even more people. It's a perfect self-sustaining loop. Okay, so here's the thing. Once you see this formula, you can't unsee it. You're going to start noticing it everywhere. This is way, way bigger than just some weird trend in makeup videos. It's basically a core technique for any kind of content that's more about a feeling than a story. This is how you take a video of a totally boring everyday task and make it feel captivating, almost important. I mean, just think about it for a second. Those super satisfying videos of someone power washing a dirty patio, or those time lapses of someone organizing their messy kitchen, even those aesthetic montages of someone just making a coffee in a beautiful sunny apartment. It's all the same playbook. You take a simple, satisfying thing to watch, and you wrap it in a perfect, curated vibe to keep people's eyes glued to the screen. And really, that's the key takeaway here. It doesn't matter if it's makeup or cooking or cleaning, the real product isn't the thing you're watching. The product is the mood. It's that feeling of calm or that spark of productivity or that sense of aspiration. It's an emotion that's just strong enough to keep your thumb from swiping away. Here's a great way to think about it. In this whole vibe economy, the audio we've been talking about, it's not the main course of the meal. It's just the seasoning. It's sprinkled on top to make this simple, maybe even boring visual taste better, make it more addictive, to make sure you keep eating or, watching for as long as possible. So next time you're scrolling through your feed and you suddenly realize you've been zoned out watching the same video on a loop, just listen. Listen really closely. You might just be able to hear the quiet, carefully engineered whispers of the vibe economy. And that kind of leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? In a world that's so packed with these perfectly designed moods, how can we tell what's real and what's just really, really good seasoning?